I'm going into the new garden update completely blind. No guides, no tutorials, just me and whatever information the game gives me. Also, apparently there's some new flower pet dragon or something, so maybe we can get that today. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. After logging in, I head over to the garden where I talked to Jeff for the first time and learned about specialized farming tools and something about chips. Apparently, the Skymart shop sells a bunch of tools that I thought were exclusive to Jacob contests, which is pretty cool, I guess. Luckily, I already have a wheat hoe, so I can take it over to Jeff where he explains to me that I'll need to upgrade my farming tool every 15 levels, and then hands me the crop shot chip, which then pulls up a menu, and I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. I clicked it a few times to get it to level 4, but maybe I'll learn more on this later. Okay, all of the pests have been cleared out of my garden, but I still have no idea where I can find the greenhouse or what it even does. Like I said, I'm going to try to figure all of this out completely blind. However, feel free to educate me in the comments because after all of this, I'll probably be doing extensive research. Pretty soon, we are going to need to tackle the insane grind that will be Enderman Slayer. But before we can even think about doing that, there are some major gear upgrades that we need. At the very top of that list is going to be the Wand of Mending. This wand is the upgraded version of the Wand of Healing and is the bare minimum I'd like to have before progressing, but depending on how I feel, we may even push for a higher tier. If you've watched my previous videos, which by the way, if you aren't caught up on this series, last week I uploaded a movie style video that includes the entire Hardcore Ironman Series up to this point. So if you'd like to see how I progressed all the way up until this video, or if you're a day one viewer that wants a refresher, I highly recommend checking that out. Anyways, what I was saying is that we crafted a ton of pets not too long ago, and among them was the zombie pet, which gives us a ton of additional damage to undead mobs and reduces the damage we take, which is the perfect pet for this job. I've yet to do a tier 4, so we're gonna grind out some tier 3s to collect as much revenant flesh as we can and maybe try one a little later. Okay, that was my 5th revenant horror, and I'm only doing the tier 3s right now. I do think I will be able to do the tier 4s, but I first want to go craft the Wand of Healing and the Wand of Mending, so let's go ahead and go do that. To craft the Wand of Mending, we need a Revenant Viscera, and to get that, we need Enchanted String, and to get that, we need to fight Arachne, and to even consider fighting Arachne, I need a cow head, so let's start there. Luckily for us, the cow head is incredibly easy to craft, requiring just 8 raw beef, but we do of course want to be as tanky as possible, so let's go ahead and max it out. I then fought a few Arachnes, which thankfully went totally fine. The cow head really helped, and before I knew it, I'd collected the 32 enchanted string I needed for the wand. So with the materials in hand, I went ahead and crafted the Wand of Healing, and then was able to upgrade it into the Wand of Mending. Now that I have this wand, I'm going to see if I can take down my first tier 4 Revenant Horror. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous, but we are going to officially start our first Revenant Horror 4. And what my plan is, I'm gonna take down some of the ones in the underground, but I think I want to try to fight it. Actually, no, it's probably safer to fight it underground. I like kind of backing myself up into a corner, like where the boss just kind of hitting me like this. And now that I have the Wand of Mending, it should make that a little easier too. So let's take out some of these and see how long it takes for us to get that. All right, this is it. Sorry if my spamming gets really loud here. Okay, we're actually taking very minimal damage. We are not taking a lot of damage at all. Okay, did a little bit there. Our health is still very high. We have not really dipped below any amount of health that matters. Oh, it is dead. I was trying to F5. It only took 19 seconds. Okay, I feel pretty confident that we can do those, like, consistently. So now that we've done that, I'm low-key just gonna farm, like, a good amount of these. I'm gonna go farm. Well, I'll probably do like a montage or something and you'll see however many it is when I'm done. So yeah, I'll be back when that's done. You like that edit? Well, it took a really long time to make. However, here's my proposition to you. For every new person that joins the Discord server in the next 72 hours, I will edit one mob into one of these fast edits. So if we get 50 new members, that's 50 kills made into an edit just like that. Anyways, let's get back to the video. All right, that is the last zombie boss I'm gonna do for now. That puts us, we are 11k out of 20k XP, so we're over halfway, which is great. We're gonna take a break, do a few other things, check in on the garden, etc., and then that's when we're gonna come back, grind out the rest of Zombie Slayer 6. There's not a ton we can do with Zombie Slayer 6 right now, but I do at least want to get it done, so we will come back for that shortly. I still need a lot of string for some of these recipes, and honestly, I had to look back on my old videos to see if I was mistaken, but somehow I never crafted a spider minion. I thought for sure I would have done so in the I crafted 100 minions video, but I just never did. So let's quickly craft spider minions 1 and 2, and now I'm out of string, so let me just... During the short grind, I actually managed to collect enough luxurious spools to unlock the Silky Reforge, which is incredibly good for Mastiff armor. Anyways, with the string we've gathered, I can now craft Spider Minion 3, 4, and finally 5. With this super compactor here, this will slowly start generating us extra string, but the spiders are getting out, so I'm gonna need to do something about that. This looks terrible. This is a very temporary fix. I promise I'll make it look better later, but this should prevent spiders from being able to like climb up. They should like get stuck if they try to climb out, and hopefully we will come back to seeing a lot of enchanted string, because as you can see, I only have a few here, and I don't even have the enchanted the combat stack. I just have this one, and I really want to get the enchanted one, but to get the enchanted one we need enchanted string, and I need to use the enchanted string for the wand, and it's just, we need more enchanted string, so this should hopefully help start solving that issue. Hold on a second. This carpenter here says that in exchange for 6 enchanted golden carrots, he will give me a greenhouse blueprint. Now, I'm no expert here, but I would assume that the greenhouse blueprint has something to do with the greenhouse. So let's go farm up some golden carrots. Okay, so it turns out the enchanted golden carrot recipe has changed. If I'm not mistaken, it used to be this with some golden carrots in the middle, which it was a super big pain to craft. And while this is definitely more expensive than the old recipe, I think I do prefer this. I think this is better. I believe I need 4, so that gives me 4 right there. And if I head over to the carpenter here, oh no, I need 6, hold on. All right, and now if we accept, we have got our first greenhouse blueprint. And again, I'm completely blind here. I have no idea what this does. This blueprint depicts some sort of greenhouse structure. Maybe Sam would find some use with it. Sam tells us that he needs 64 enchanted oak logs and 128 enchanted sand, which was definitely unexpected, but still, these should be relatively easy to collect. So after crafting another gold shovel, because I somehow always lose mine, I made my way over to the desert settlement and started collecting sand. Man, this really takes me back. This is what I was doing in the very first episode of this hardcore series. It's kind of bittersweet, honestly. I definitely miss a little bit of the early game, but mining sand for a super long time, I can't say I missed that. Luckily, I already had all of the enchanted oak that I needed, so I made my way back over to the barn. After delivering Sam the items, he asked us to paste the greenhouse plot, so that's exactly what I did. Okay, the greenhouse plot has just finished pasting, and we have a new objective, which is talk to Sam at the greenhouse. Let's see what Sam has to say. Sam basically walked me through a bunch of stuff that made no sense, and eventually had me place some seeds in a plus pattern to get our first crop mutation. Wow, they're growing really fast. Why are these guys growing so slow then? Oh yeah, now I have my wheat hoe, this is perfect. What the? Go ahead and harvest the mutated crop right there in the middle. I right click it. Dust grain, fragile and dry, it crumbles with the slightest touch. Okay, not gonna lie, kind of don't know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna leave some empty spots for some of the plants to spread. So for now, I'm just gonna go like potato, carrot, carrot, potato, carrot, maybe? See if that does any sort of mutation stuff. But these crops take like, apparently like hours. There's like Clash of Clans, like time waiting. Okay, quickly before doing anything else, I realized my fishing minions had finally produced enough sponges for me to craft the final piece of armor, the sponge helmet. Oh, and yes, I of course made sure to max it out. There's only one problem. You can see there's still room to upgrade my helmet and boots to shark scale armor, and thanks to the previous fishing festivals we've participated in, I'm actually able to upgrade both pieces to complete this armor set. And what better timing for this, because there's actually a fishing festival coming up in about 45 minutes, and maybe this time we'll be able to drop the legendary Megalodon pet. Oh, and one more thing we can do with the leftover sponges is upgrade our sea creature ring into the sea creature artifact. This brings our total magic power up to 329, which is still lower than I'd like, because my goal is to get to 500 before taking on any ghosts. So if you have any ideas for easy-ish talismans for me to get, definitely let me know down below. Since there's still some time before the fiesta, I made my way over to the end to see if we could get lucky with some summoning eyes. Alright, so the fishing festival is starting soon, and despite killing almost 500 zealots, I didn't manage to drop a single summoning eye, so we'll have to come back for that later. I wasn't able to participate for the full hour, however, we did manage to snag 2 great white shark teeth, which is actually pretty nice. Real quick, if you're enjoying this video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe. 0% of the people who watch my videos are subscribed, which means you aren't subscribed, so please consider subscribing so we can get that number up. Okay, it's been a little more than 3 hours, but let's check back in on the greenhouse crops, and well, it doesn't look like we have any crop mutations. So this time, I'm going to use the one that I did in the tutorial, which is a plus pattern with wheat seeds. Alright, we'll be back later to check in on those, but for now, it's time to do something that's very long overdue, which is hitting HOTM 7. As you can see, we're actually really close to hitting it, and that's thanks to us doing a little bit of it each episode, so let's finish up these final few commissions. Alright, this is a big moment. We just finished our final commission, and with this, we have officially reached HOTM 7. Oh my gosh. Now, as excited as I am about reaching HOTM 7, HOTM 8 has the Miner's Blessing perk, which would kind of be really good, especially if I want to do some Skatha mining. But for now, I'm really happy with HOTM 7. We have 3 more Heart of the Mountain tokens, which is great. So maybe we'll work towards HOTM 8 in a future video. I almost forgot to go back and do today's dragon, so let's go ahead and collect our eyes. Oh, I got first! Wait, that's so cool. I've never got first before. No pet though. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I got this. I think it just went to my inventory and I didn't see it. Oh my gosh, I never noticed. I got the pet. Let's actually go, dude. Let's go. Okay, that works out really well. I just dropped my 4th eye, and somebody just asked a 4/4. Let me go ahead and put on my black cat, just in case we get something good. So there are all our eyes placed, and I don't expect anything too crazy, but another superior would be insane. We got superior a couple episodes ago, so I don't expect one of those. Wise, that's fine, but anything that I can salvage, like an AOTD would be good to salvage just for the superior frags. So let's take out this dragon and see if we get anything good. Oh, it's an AOTD. Okay, AOTD, it's fine. Let's go salvage it. Unfortunately, I didn't have any luck from sacrificing the AOTD, but I do enjoy doing dragons like this every episode, and when we do eventually start Enderman Slayer, I'm sure we'll collect a ton of summoning eyes. Alright, let's take a peek over our garden and see if we got any... Yes! Okay, I was wondering if this would work. We got both of the mutations, so let me go ahead and grab my wheat hoe, collect you, and you. Oh, I also got an ethereal vine. Allows you to unlock additional plant slots in the greenhouse. Okay, that's good. But yeah, let's harvest this wheat, and I guess I'll go ahead and replant these and see if we get anything good. Anyways, that's going to do it for episode 14 of my Hardcore Ironman series. As a reminder, Hypixel releases on January 13th, which means next week's video will be focused on Hypixel. I've said this in the past, but I want to remind you that this does not mean that the Hardcore Ironman series is leaving, so please do not worry about that. Also, I'd like to give a quick shout out to our YouTube channel members and our Discord server boosters. I really appreciate it, and your support goes a long way. Additionally, I'd like to ask you to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It's free, and if you don't like my content in the future, you can always unsubscribe later. As always, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching this week's video, and I hope to see you in part 15.